Hello everyone, thank you for stopping by. Today I've been working on making more decorative notepads because I only have 3 left from my last show, and I've actually decided to pick up a new show which I'll be doing this weekend, and then I'll be doing a show next weekend also. And so I was working on making notepads, and I thought I'd come on real quick and do a tutorial on how I put these together and how I decide how to decorate them on the front. So here's a few that I've made today. I'm trying not to give away how I did at my show, so I'm trying to save that for my what sold and what didn't video. Okay, and this is all I've made today. I did save one to do this tutorial so I could make a video how to make these. I know they're similar to the mini notebooks, but I did cover more of the inside, which someone asked me about that. They asked me why on the mini notebooks I didn't cover more of the inside. And the reason is I make a lot of mistakes. And if the inside is longer than this part, how do I explain this? Okay, so the front is shorter than the inside. If I make a mistake and the paper comes out too far, when you close it, you can see the paper sticking out. If that makes sense, I don't know. But on my mini notebooks, I try to make the paper match on the front and on the inside, but these are a little longer on the inside. So if any of you were wondering that question, that's why I do that. But these, I did not do that. And you can see, I don't know if you can see here, on this one, you can see the inside sticking out here. And I'm not very good at trimming them, so I'm just gonna leave it. Alright, so last night I went through all of my let's see, they're called Ephemera, and some of them are called frames and tags. I got a whole thing of these from Echo Park. Echo Park had a really good sale on these. They were on sale for $2 a pack, and so I bought a ton of these frames and tags and ephemera. And so I went through last night, and I chose the pieces that I wanted to go on the front of my notepads today. And so I've already done that. And I'm going to be using this one on the notepad we're going to do today. Also chose this cardstock paper, and we're just going to cut it to, oh, hold on, let me show you. These are the notepads that I'll be using. I get these at Dollar Tree. They're 150 pages, and they are 4 by 6, but I'm going to be cutting my paper at 4 and +1. So 4 inches and 1/8. I don't know why this just works. I'd rather my paper be too long than too short. So I do 4 inches plus 1, which would be 4 1/8. So that's going to be the width, and I'm going to cut 2 pieces, one for the front and one for the back. I wanted to share this tip. If you notice, I just cut from this side. This side was factory cut, and I want to keep the factory cut sides because they are more straight than what my paper trimmer does. So I'll turn this around, and that way I can cut this piece and use it for my notepad. That's just a little tip I wanted to share with you guys if you hadn't thought about it. Okay, so I cut these at 4 inches, and then I'm going to turn them and cut them at 11 1/2. I don't know if you can see this. Sorry if you can't. Okay. And they're 12 inches, so you really don't have to cut much. It would be nice if I didn't have to cut it at all, if it would just fit, but I believe it will be too long. So we're going to cut both pieces at 11 1/2. Okay. Now, I did not prepare this notebook. I wanted to do that on video so you guys can see every step that I do. Just going to use my score tape. I'm not sure what size this is. It looks like it's about a 1/2 inch. Yeah, it's a 1/2 inch. But you can use whatever size you want. I don't think it matters for this one. Alright, I'm just going to line this up against the black part. Try to get it straight. Excuse me. Okay. Alright. Make sure you can see this here, what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up, make sure it's covering that front sheet of the notepad. Try to get it as even as I can. Takes a minute sometimes to get it just right. Okay, so I'm just going to hold it tight, lift my flap, and tear off that score tape paper and get it down before it has a chance to move. All right. So I'm just going to be using my tape runner for this part. I try to get as close to the edge as I possibly can. That way the paper doesn't come up on the sides when people use it. So get it as close as possible. There's several in the middle and then on the edge. Now I like to take the glue that goes over the edge and just kind of fold it in that helps keep the side of your notebook from being sticky. If you could just kind of fold it in there. All right, I'm just going to press it down like that. Okay. I'm going to use my bone folder to score on the edge here, just to help me fold this easier. And you don't want to rely on that score mark to be straight, because this paper could be off a little, it could be crooked, and so I try to line it up myself before I crease it. Make sure it's lined up here. And then crease it down. I use this little, I don't like using my bone folder because it's not flat, it's kind of rounded. So I use this little tool that I got from the Dollar Tree, and it doesn't tear my paper. It's really good. I didn't use it for a long time because I thought, oh, it's from the Dollar Tree, it's probably going to tear my paper, but it actually works really well. Alright, so this time I'm going to put tape on the paper instead of the notepad cover. That way I can be more accurate where the tape runner goes. Make sure it's all the way on the edge. Sorry, I know this is noisy. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna fold that glue in a little bit. Make sure it's in there. My tape runner has been getting clogged up. I don't know what's going on with that. Does your old tape runner do that? I'm wondering if I need to get a new one, because I always just put refills in it, and after I use it for a few minutes, it does that every time. I don't know. Alright, so we're just going to make sure that's lined up. And press it down. Alright, so we got the front done, and I'm just going to flip it over and do the same thing on the back. Now, I know a lot of you are waiting for tutorials on other things. I'm sorry, I just haven't had a chance to make those yet. I'm just sharing what I'm doing at the moment, just because I don't really have time. I don't have time yet, so hopefully I can get those other tutorials out soon. Okay. Get that lined up. Now this one's going to be a little crooked, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, this one's off a little bit. All right, I think that's good. Let me see here. Okay. we're just gonna tape it down. Fold that glue in. Smooth it. This is really good paper. It has a texture to it. I just love it. Let me show you what paper pad I'm using today. Now, a few of the ones I've already made, I'll show you. Now, this one came from this paper pad, Mistletoe Lodge. And this is the Paper Studio. It came from Hobby Lobby. I love, excuse me, I love this pad. The paper is really thick and textured, and I really like that. And some of the ones that I showed you, I also used this Paper Studio pad, Evergreen Cottage, and I always forget to show what paper I'm using, so I apologize. If I ever forget and you guys want to know, just leave me a comment. I will reply. Alright, so we're just going to score this here. The back side is always easier to fold because it has this chipboard on the back, but the front just has a piece of paper. So the chipboard makes it a lot easier. Alright, you want to line it up before you crease it. Make sure it's straight. Crease it down real good. Tape it down. Fold that glue in. I don't want that sticking to my paper on the inside. Okay. I wanted to thank everyone for all of the sweet comments that I've gotten on my videos so far. You guys are just so encouraging, and I just am really thankful. Alright, now I've got a little bit of glue on the edge here. I don't know how many of you all know about this little rubber thing. You can buy them at Michael's. I'm sure you can get them other places, but that's where I found mine. And you can rub it along the edge of wherever you have glue that you don't want, and it just takes it right off. It's really really helpful. So anyway, there's that. Okay, now I've got my sentiment here. I don't just want to put it on there, I want to put something behind it. So there's still some glue there. I just want to show how I decide how to decorate my notepads. Alright, so I've got a bucket of scraps here. Do not roast me on this because I know the organization is terrible. This is not good for my paper, but that's what I have at the moment. So I'm working on it. Okay, so I think I want to use red behind here. So I just hold it up to the different colors to see which one I like best. Okay, I think I like this one. So I'm gonna use red, but I think I also want to use some white. I don't know, let me see. I would really love to use green, but I'm going to share something with you guys, and this is my theory. You all can let me know if you have noticed this, or if you'll notice it from here on out. But when I decorate things with green, they don't sell. It's just the weirdest thing. I just noticed that all of my notepads that I have left from after my shows, they are typically green, and I don't understand that because I love green. But maybe people don't like green. I don't know. Let me know if anyone has thought about that themselves, because I would love to know. Okay. This is how I usually do it. I just line it up and see if I like the way that looks. I don't know if I love that. So let's try it with red and then white. Okay, I like that. I think that looks good. All right. So let's do red first. Now I typically don't use glue on, this is my Barely Art glue. I typically don't like to use glue on my cardstock because, for two reasons. I've noticed that when you glue and you turn it over, you can see the lines of glue on the other side sometimes if your cardstock isn't thick enough, or your paper, whatever you're gluing. And I don't like that. Also, what was the other reason? Oh, it can warp, it kind of warps the paper. When it starts to dry, it just starts to like curl a little bit. But it seems to do okay on these little sentiment tags. So I've been using glue on all of these tags today, and they seem to do okay. But I'm also using a really good cardstock that isn't thin. So I think that makes a difference. Okay. So I hope I'm not getting in the camera here. Okay, I got that lined up. I'm going to stick my pen in here so my glue doesn't dry out. Alright, so I have to cut this paper to size. And sometimes I get it wrong. Sometimes it's too short, sometimes it's too long. But hopefully I'll get it straight today. Now, this is where the cutter cuts the paper, and so sometimes if I'm not sure, I'll line the ruler up with where it's going to cut and see if that looks good. Now, this is not a foolproof method, but sometimes it works out. All right, that looks good. That looks good. Okay. So now I have to do the other side. See where that's going to be. I know you all are thinking, what in the world is she doing? But I'm telling you, this does help me. This does help. Okay, all right, that looks good. So we've got that. Let me make sure I won't like that. Oh no, that looks pretty good. I think I may leave out the white. I actually like that, so just gonna go with that. Well, let me see. I don't know. Let me try it out and see. Let's see, I think that looks good too. I can't decide. This is the hardest part, is trying to decide. Okay, I think I'm going to use the white. Alright, I'm using the white. I know you all do this too. Surely I'm not the only one. I usually spend more time trying to decide what paper to use or what embellishments to use than it takes me to make the actual project. Oh, I think it might be crooked. Oh shoot. I can't tell because my paper is white and my table is also white. So okay, let's get that back on there. All right, so let's get the white part cut. And this is almost over. It's a little bit too big. And that didn't get glued down. See, I told you guys I make mistakes all the time. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to trim this a little bit more and hope I don't get it too short. If I do, I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay, that looks good. Let's get this side cut. All right, that was a little too short, but I think it'll be okay. I think it will be fine. Oh, that looks good. I like that. It looks better with the white. I wasn't sure about it at first, but yeah, I like that. Okay, now for this part, I'm just going to use my tape runner. Uh-oh. See how that's doing? world's wrong with this thing? I have another one, so I think I'm just gonna get that one out after this video is over. Okay, let me make sure you can see here what I'm doing. All right, I'll get this centered, hopefully. Okay. All right, so there's that one. After I get them all made, I go back and look at them, and sometimes I add little, let me show you. I like to add these pretty rhinestone looking things. I think I got these at the Dollar Tree. They're actually on a strip, but I use my little tool and I just pick them off and then I glue them on. But trying to think if this one needs anything. It's really pretty the way it is, so I don't know. We could always use a little sparkle, so let's add a couple of these to this notebook. Use my tool here. Just gonna have to use my hands. Okay. And it is stuck to my finger. Oh my goodness. Okay. Just gonna add a little glue. And I think I'm gonna put one on each side. Uh-oh, I got a little bit too much glue there. A little bit too much. Okay. I wish they sold these as individual stickers. I'm sure I could get them somewhere, but I already had these and trying to use them. Okay. I think I put too much glue on there. Okay. I hope I'm not in the camera or in the video. Just gonna clean that up. Alright, I think that's straight. Let me see. Alright. Okay, so I like the way that looks. So there you go. That's it. That is the finished notepad. If you'd like to stick around, I'm going to go through my other notepads and add some little details to them. See what I can add to them to make them better. just love these. I think they're so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to put one here. Somebody was asking about my pickup tool. They asked me where I got that. And I got mine from Hobby Lobby. It's over in the section where, it's towards the end of the aisle where the cardstock is. That's where I got mine. Oh, that one's not straight. Okay, I like the way that looks. I often wonder, do people like more simple things? Do they like glitter? Do they like the embellishments? I never know. I just have to take a chance and see how it goes. I think I'm going to put one right in the middle there, although that's really pretty by itself. But I think that'll look good. Let's see. Oh, that looks good. I like that. Uh-oh. It's got a little bit of glue on it. But I don't think it's enough to stay on there for a long time. So that's why I like to glue them. Make sure they stay. Let's see. That's straight. Okay, that's pretty. I like that. Okay, let's see here. I love snow days. I think my one looked pretty there. I sell these for $3 at my craft fair. Doesn't cost a lot to make them, so $3 is a good price point. Okay, that looks good. I feel like they're pretty enough on their own, but just one little sparkle makes them look special. I had a lady come at my to my booth last weekend, and she almost bought every one of these. She said, "Do you have any more?" And I actually did. I had some under the table that were not Christmas, and she just about took them all. So I was glad for that. Alright, I think this will look good on the sides there, or maybe just one at the bottom. Yeah, I think maybe just one at the bottom would look good. I'm not trying to make this video long. I just wanted to do a video that showed, oh, well, I lost that one. I wanted to show the process that I go through when I make these things. I'm going to try to be more detailed in my videos because people have lots of questions, and that tells me that I've forgotten to mention things or give details on certain things. Now, I don't mind the questions. I try to answer all the questions that you guys have. So feel free to comment and ask. Uh-oh. Okay. I like that. That looks good. These little things just add a little bit of, just a little sparkle. Not too much, just a little bit. Clean that up there. Okay. Alright, I have 2 left, and then I'm gonna hop off here. Let's see, where could I put these? Maybe on the top and the bottom. Yeah, I think I'll try that and see how that looks. Okay. Uh-oh. Well, that didn't work. Just gonna put that on there. And okay, put that one there. I think I'll put one at the bottom too. See if I can get this to work. Well, my tool doesn't seem to want to work today. Maybe it needs replaced here. Let's get some new sticky out. See if that works. See if that's even. Okay, that looks good. Just going to clean up the glue a little bit. Alright. I actually think it might look good with one on each side also. I'm just going to leave it. Okay, this one I'm not sure about. This was probably my least favorite one. Sometimes you think something's gonna look good and you put it together and then you're like, I don't know. That's the way I was with this one. Not sure where to put this one. Try down here at the end. No. Alright, I think I'm going to put it in the middle there. It seems to be the only spot that looks right. These little things are kind of hard to handle. But they sure are cute. Okay. This is the last one. Then, oh, looks crooked there. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness, it's not working. I think it's crooked. All right. I think I finally got it. I had this little sentiment a little bit off-center to the left, and so when I tried to center the rhinestone, it just was not in the middle, so that's okay. That's all right. Probably no one will notice, only me. All right, well, thank you for being here today, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Some of my viewers said that they've given up making these because they've made so many mistakes, but don't give up. I make mistakes all the time. I still have to throw things away or just keep it at home and use it myself because I messed it up. So don't give up and keep trying, and I hope you at least get some good tips from watching this video. Thank you all so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one.